to the YouTube channel of MCO Law Office. I am your lady lawyer, Attorney Maria Cecilia Oliva. In this video, I am going to share with you a very recent experience with a client whose loved one died during the COVID-19 pandemic. But before we proceed to this video, please click subscribe, the bell icon, and give this video a thumbs up. This video is for educational purposes only and should not be taken as legal advice. Should you wish to discuss your legal problems with me, my contact details are found in the description box below. So without any further delay, let's start the discussion. So, as previously mentioned, the client who came into my law office recently lost a family member. The family member was actually a common law husband. So, at the time that the client came to me, the hospital did not yet release the body of the deceased. Now, why did the hospital withhold the body of the deceased? It is because the hospital records regarding the personal information of the deceased did not match the official documents of the deceased person. Okay? What complicated things was that the deceased person did not have a certificate of live birth recorded in the Philippine Statistics Authority. So, yeah, that is really problematic considering that the certificate of live birth is the best evidence regarding your legal identity. And when I say legal identity, it's about your full name, your birth date, your parents, your etc. Okay? So, how did I give solution to the client's problem? I simply drafted a document that explained the discrepancy in those information. Okay? This problem is quite preventable. Okay? So, I will be giving you some tips so that your next of kin will not experience this kind of problem in the future. Okay? So the first tip that I can give you is, especially if you're a parent, teach your children your correct full name and your correct birth date which appears on your certificate of live birth. That is actually very self-explanatory, but I would like to emphasize that I said complete full name. Okay? It is not sufficient that you teach your children or your next of kin your first name and your family name only. No. Because when you say complete full name, it is composed of your first name, your middle name, and your surname or family name. Okay? You have to emphasize the correct spelling of your name which appears in your certificate of live birth. Okay? Whatever information is found in the certificate of live birth, that should be controlling, that should be followed. Okay? I hope you understand that and I hope that you memorize that. It's very self-explanatory. So let's move on to the next tip. The second tip that I can give you is you must have at least one government-issued ID with your correct full name. Okay? And you give a copy of those documents to your next of kin, just in case something happens to you. Okay? It pays to be prepared. Okay? So, you might ask me, what if my certificate of live birth incorrectly spelled my first name? What will I do? Okay, if your first name in the certificate live birth is actually misspelled, you can easily have it corrected. So what is the procedure for correcting your misspelled first name? Well, you go back to the local civil registry where you were born. So, if you were born in Cebu City, then you go to the local civil registry of Cebu City. And then you ask, what are the requirements for the correction of my first name? Very simple, no? So, that's it. you can have your misspelled first name corrected through administrative means. Okay? So, your other question may be, what if my first name in the certificate of live birth is actually correct? However, in my other records, I did not use that first name. Can I still correct my first name to reflect the first name that I've been using in my other documents? Yes, you can. Here are the other grounds for you to correct or to change your first name administratively. Take a look. Okay, so what happens if it was your last name or your middle name which was misspelled? What will you do? Can you correct this administratively? The answer is no. So you need to consult with your lawyer how to correct your middle name or last name, okay? Because that requires court proceedings. You need to file a petition in court in order for you to correct your last name or your middle name. Okay, so if that is your problem, you have to consult with your lawyer. So my suggestion is, as soon as you can, please correct those information that are incorrect in your certificate of live birth. So what if you do not have a certificate of live birth? What are you supposed to do? Well, my suggestion is, you can always have your live birth registered, even though that it is delayed. So, what you need to do is to go back to the place where you were born, go to the local civil registrar, and ask what are the requirements for the delayed registration of live birth. Okay? So, as to what are those requirements, you have to discuss that with the local civil registrar. Okay? But you may need to present your documents. Okay? Like, for example, government issued IDs, transcript of records. So you better have those prepared when you go back to the place where you were born. Okay? So I hope that you learned something from this video. And if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please click the subscribe button, the bell icon, and again, please give this video a thumbs up. Once again, this is Attorney Maria Cecilia Oliva of MCO Law Office, signing off.